Hi, Joe Palmer here on it's Tuesday, August 15th, and boy, time is just flying by. It's been a little bit since I did a last video on my trip to the Philippines, but something happened when I got home. I did some laundry, threw my clothes in the dryer, and the dryer wouldn't shut off. You know how when you open the door in a dryer, the machine will shut down? Well, it just kept tumbling and tumbling and tumbling, and heat was coming out. I hit the off button, it didn't shut off. Finally, what I had to do was I took the cycle button and turned it all the way to where the cycle was completed, and the machine shut off. I unplugged it because, I didn't know what was wrong with it. So I called up a repair service, and they said, well, how old's your dryer? Because they had repaired it once before. They had to put a new thermostat in it, which, those things go out. It's not to be unexpected. But I said, well, I've had it about 6-7 years. And they said, well, it's going to cost you $250. Okay, just to come out and look at it, and then not including all the parts, to fix it. So, I mean, that was just going to be like the estimate. And I said, you know what? I said, I'll just go out. I went to Lowe's. I got a 10% military discount at Lowe's, so I bought a new dryer. And it came to my mind, because I asked the sales guy at Lowe's, I said, well, how long do you think this thing will last? He says, I don't know. He said, to be quite honest with you, you'll be lucky to get 7 years out of it, maybe. It's all part of what started years and years ago by companies everywhere, planned obsolescence. It used to be in this country that you could buy an appliance and it would last you for 25 years. The only reason you would get rid of it was because you got tired of looking at it, or maybe it broke, or you couldn't get parts for it or something like that. But, today, how long does a refrigerator last? I mean, I remember my mom, she had a refrigerator. I mean, it kept running and running and running. Today they say, well, you're lucky to get 10 years out of a refrigerator. 5 to 6 maybe out of a stove or whatever. Microwaves, I mean, gosh, it seems you get a new microwave every 3 or 4 years almost sometimes. So, companies do not build the quality into a product because they know that if it lasts a long time, they're not going to get your repeat business. So they make it last just enough to where you're kind of happy with it, and you'll go out and you buy another one. And so this all led me to start thinking, well, why don't we put planned obsolescence into our politicians? You look at the U.S. Congress, and I don't care if it's the House or the Senate. I mean, some of these guys are as old as a brick. They don't have a clue as to what's going on. I mean, God bless Dianne Feinstein. Thank goodness I'm not from California. But she's 90-something years old. She doesn't even know where she's at half the time. She's got to have a staffer tell her how to vote. Now, how would you like that? You elected somebody into office, and some 29, 30-year-old staffer is telling them how they're supposed to vote. Why do people keep electing these people? I mean, they're older. I mean, I'm no spry chicken, but I got enough smarts to know that, hey, you're 90 years old. You can't do your job as well as somebody that's maybe 45 or 50. I mean, let's just get real on this. You can talk about Biden. I don't care what your political stance is or not. I mean, the guy, you just look at him and you say, how long are we going to let this stuff continue? I mean, the guy's feeble. He's feeble-minded. And God forbid, when somebody asks him what his comment was on those fires in Hawaii, and he says, no comment. This is the leader of the country. He has no comment on a disaster that wiped out almost an entire island. As of today, almost 100 people have been found dead. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. And I got to tell you, whatever your views on Trump, right, wrong, or indifferent, the guy's no spry chicken anymore. He's still living in the past with, I didn't lose the election, I won. I mean, this is all a bunch of bull. We need to see in our politicians, I think anyway, something that gets them going. Term limits. You know why they don't pass term limits? Because politicians want to keep their job. I'm looking at the state of Illinois. This is the most corrupt state in the country, in my opinion. And yet the same people keep getting back into office. You look at the city of Chicago. Why in the world do these people in the city of Chicago keep re-electing the same party year after year after year? God almighty, have you seen the news out of San Francisco and Los Angeles? New York? Yeah, planned obsolescence. I think it's something we ought to start considering for our politicians. So anyway, that's my rant for the day. I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel. I don't ask for that often. I just usually put a please subscribe here. But I'd really appreciate it. Kind of keeps me going and makes me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile anyway. And for myself, I'm not being obsolete, at least for the near future anyway. So anyway, again, have a great day. Stay safe, stay well, and God bless.